all-new 2025 Yamaha RX 100 is here, and it's not just a name revival, it's a complete reimagination of a legend. The moment you set your eyes on the side profile of this machine, you're struck by a powerful sense of nostalgia fused with a modern aesthetic. The body lines are clean and lean, maintaining the classic RX silhouette while incorporating updated design elements that give it a bolder and more aggressive stance. The fuel tank is sculpted with subtle contours, the side panels are sleek yet minimalistic, and the badging carries a refined look, proudly showcasing the RX 100 name with a metallic finish that gleams in sunlight. Moving further to the rear of the bike, the tail section continues the minimalist approach. There's a subtle upward angle to the rear seat and tail light, giving the RX 100 a sportier posture without compromising its commuter-friendly proportions. The rear light is a compact LED unit that balances classic style with contemporary brightness. The indicators are slim and well integrated into the design, and the short rear fender adds to its street-smart appeal. The rear tire is slightly thicker than what the original RX 100 had, lending it a stronger grip and a more muscular look from behind. The blacked-out exhaust with a chrome tip gives a retro nod to the original's iconic exhaust note, while optimizing back pressure for smoother performance. On the Insidia, or rather, from the rider's perspective, the RX 100 offers a blend of analog charm and digital utility. The instrument cluster maintains a twin-pod layout, but now features a hybrid display. One pod houses a classic needle speedometer and RPM gauge, while the other integrates a small digital screen offering information like fuel economy, gear position, trip meters, and even Bluetooth connectivity status. The handlebar layout is clean and ergonomic, with solid, tactile switches that give a feeling of quality with every press. Yamaha has made sure to retain the simplicity that riders loved, but has smartly embedded just enough technology to make it modern without feeling overwhelming. The seat is a single-piece unit, slightly more padded than previous generations, providing comfort for both rider and pillion. The texture of the seat feels premium and durable, with double-stitch seams that enhance the bike's visual detail. The switchgear feels premium for its segment, and the grips have improved texture for better hold in wet or sweaty conditions. Overall, sitting on the RX 100 feels like settling into a well-balanced machine designed for both daily commutes and weekend thrills. Now let's talk about what truly matters to the performance. At the heart of the 2025 Yamaha RX 100 is a newly developed 125cc, single-cylinder, air-cooled engine, tuned for a perfect mix of peppy low-end torque and higher revving fun. Though not a direct two-stroke like its legendary predecessor, this new four-stroke engine carries the spirit forward with a brisk throttle response and a surprisingly throaty exhaust note. Yamaha engineers have tuned the intake and exhaust to give it a distinctive growl that sets it apart in a sea of commuter motorcycles. The bike produces around 11.5 horsepower and close to 11 Nm of torque, which might seem modest on paper, but given its light-weight build hovering around 115 kg, it absolutely zips through city traffic and offers thrilling acceleration in the lower gears. The 5-speed gearbox is slick and confidence-inspiring, with short throws and a light clutch that make gear shifts intuitive and fast. On open roads, the RX 100 cruises comfortably at 80 to 90 km per hour, with a top speed of around 105 to 110 km per hour depending on rider weight and wind conditions. It's not a high-speed cruiser, but that's not what it's built for. What it does deliver is an exhilarating ride feel, especially in the lower speed ranges, where it effortlessly darts through traffic and weaves past slower vehicles with confidence. Fuel efficiency has also been a major focus. Yamaha claims an average of 60 to 65 km/h under standard riding conditions, which makes this machine not only fun but also economical for daily riders. The tank capacity is around 10 liters, meaning you can go quite a distance between fuel stops, even if you ride spiritedly. The engine refinement is another strong point. The vibrations are well managed even at higher RPMs, and the cooling system does a good job in urban stop-and-go conditions. The chassis uses a diamond-type frame that keeps the weight distribution balanced, offering nimble handling and a planted feel through corners. The front suspension is a telescopic fork, while the rear gets twin shock absorbers with preload adjustability. The suspension is tuned more toward comfort than sport, absorbing potholes and road imperfections without much fuss. That said, the chassis is rigid enough to enjoy some spirited cornering when the mood strikes. Braking is handled by a front disc and rear drum setup, with single-channel ABS as standard. The bite from the front disc is progressive and predictable, while the rear offers enough stopping power for quick halts without locking up easily. The tires are MRF nylon grips that are grippy and durable, and they do justice to the RX 100's zippy character. Now let's address one of the most talked about aspects, the pricing. Yamaha has launched the RX 100 at a competitive price of approximately a superscript 11.25 lakh ex showroom in India, which places it slightly above typical commuter bikes but well within reach of young enthusiasts and nostalgic buyers alike. Considering the amount of heritage, performance tuning, and modern design it offers, It's a solid value proposition for markets outside India, expected to be priced between $1,500 to $2,000 depending on import taxes and local regulations. For many, the RX 100 isn't just a motorcycle, it's a symbol of youth, rebellion, and pure riding joy. Yamaha has smartly tapped into that emotional connection and delivered a package that's relevant to today's generation while respecting its legacy. As we wrap up this in-depth look at the 2025 Yamaha RX 100, it's clear that this bike is more than just a name slapped on a new frame. It's a thoughtful, carefully executed revival that stays true to its roots while embracing the demands of a modern rider. From its retro-inspired side and rear design to its punchy engine and smart ergonomics, the RX 100 is a genuine treat for anyone who loves the thrill of riding. Whether you're a seasoned motorcyclist looking to relive the golden era of two-strokes or a new rider looking for a reliable, stylish, and fun machine, the RX 100 delivers on multiple fronts. Yamaha didn't try to reinvent the wheel, they simply refined it. And in doing so, they've managed to recreate the magic that made the RX 100 a legend in the first place. It's fast enough to thrill, light enough to maneuver, stylish enough to turn heads, and efficient enough to make sense as a daily ride. In a market increasingly crowded with overcomplicated machines, the 2025 RX 100 brings back the purity of motorcycling, a raw, simple, and endlessly fun,